If you think being sore after a workout means you've built muscle, you're wrong. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Demiskicks, and in today's video, we'll be talking about muscle soreness, what it means, what it doesn't mean, and what it means if you want to build muscle or lose fat in the gym. So muscle soreness, also known as DOMS, which stands for delayed onset muscle soreness. Basically what it is tiny microfiber tears in the muscles. When you're doing like new movements, new exercises, you really notice it like when you're first starting out in the gym. Let's say you're a beginner. A couple days after you hit the gym, you will be so sore. I remember when I first started out at the gym, my body hurt. Now, I have been obviously working out for a while now. I can confidently say that I don't get as sore as I used to get. I do notice I get sore though when I'm doing like leg day. I don't like doing legs. I'm trying to get better at it, but I don't enjoy doing legs. And so mostly every time that I do legs, my body is sore. But it's not sore like, you know, a couple hours after the workout. Usually you hit your soreness within 24 hours, 72 hours after the workout. Usually the day after you working out, you're fine and you feel a little bit of sore, but it's like bam, the second day you're in so much pain. It's that delayed onset muscle soreness. One thing that people think is that if you feel sore, that means you're growing muscle, that means you're doing something right in the gym. Well, you could be extremely sore and make zero progress. Or you can have zero soreness and be making a lot of progress. Soreness is not a muscle growth indicator. It indicates inflammation and doing new exercises in the gym. Now, why this happens, okay? So like I mentioned before, when you're a beginner in the gym, you get sore more often. When you're active in the gym a lot more, you still get sore, but not as much. And why that happens is your body becomes adapted to it. You're doing those routines a lot more. Sometimes people tend to focus on chasing the soreness rather than chasing the progress. What that often leads to is, you know, people changing their exercises every other week, which is not a good idea, and I'll get into that in a minute. You're overtraining certain parts, certain muscle groups because you want to feel the soreness. You think rest days means that you're going to lose gains. And again, that's another big topic that I'll get into a little bit more. Progressive overload is what helps build muscle, not soreness. I'm going to drop another video talking about kind of like what progressive overload is because that's a big topic and very interesting, actually. If you're new to the gym and you want to understand, I wish I understood progressive overload when I started out in the gym, but now I know what it is and it has helped me grow my muscles faster. When people are chasing the soreness over progress, if you're changing your workout every week, your body cannot get adapted to it. It's trying to learn a new movement and then it's harder to track your progress. Your soreness is high, your strength is low, you're never gonna master the movement because you're gonna keep changing your exercises. So what I suggest is that my guinea pig is like chugging all his water right now. I'm so sorry. Hey, yoo-hoo, Henry. I'm about to take it away from him. Yeah, you get away from your water. You don't need to drink a whole gallon right now. Like I was saying before Mr. Henry interrupted, if you're changing your exercises every other week because you're chasing the soreness, you're actually causing more stress on your muscles because your muscles are trying to adapt to the different movements. They can never get used to them. When you're changing them, you can't reach your full potential. You can't reach full intensity. And it's harder to track your progress because if you're bouncing around from exercise to exercise, how can you track your progress? I suggest stick to a same routine for 4 to 8 weeks. Focus on your form and your control. My guinea pigs are out of control right now. He's flinging the hay everywhere. Hey, yoo-hoo, stop flinging the hay. Focus on your form, focus on the control, and that leads into like ego lifting. We don't need to be lifting 50 pounds higher than what we should be lifting because that's just gonna lead to injuries. And we don't want to get injured because then you can't lift. So instead of lifting over what you can actually lift, lower the weight, because I'll see this in the gym. I'm not picking anybody out here, but most of the time it's these men that think, oh, well, I can lift this, but their form is completely wrong, and it's secondhand embarrassment, but because I want to lift 200 pounds on a on a lateral raise. That's just an example. Obviously can't do that, but like the other thing that is really important for muscle growth is recovery and your rest days. Some people have the mindset to go all in, right? Let's work out 7 days a week, no breaks. That's not healthy for you either. You need to have your rest days because those are just as important as eating healthy. All of these things. What I suggest, this is what I do. You can pattern it however you want to. I'll work out 5 days a week and then have 2 rest days like in between those 5 days. But it's what works for you. Sometimes what I do, if I'm really going strong for a week, 5 days during the week, take Saturday and Sunday off and start over. But it really depends on my schedule and it depends on your schedule. Sleeping. Make sure that you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Let's not do 3-4 hours of sleep, because if you're not getting enough sleep, your body will not be recovering. And if it is, it's at a slower pace. If you want to see progress, just make sure that you're sleeping enough. No recovery, no rebuilding equals no growth. I think for me, like I've been working out so long, I'll have a good workout day and I feel like I really pushed hard and hit some PRs and feel great, and then I'm not sore the next day. I've stopped being in that mindset of, oh, I'm not sore, so I'm not growing muscle. That's not true. You don't have to be sore every time in order to build muscle. Like I said, you can have 0 soreness and still be making progress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Like I mentioned before, I'll be making another video on progressive overload. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys learned something today, and I will see you guys later. Stay positive. Peace.